Hey guys, I'm Dr. Megan Faulkner at Apex Sports Medicine. This is Bethany Shadburn and Austin Cochran of Streamline CrossFit. We're here to give you our warm-ups and mobilizations for 20.5. It's the final week of the Open, and they just announced our workout, so we've got muscle-ups, row, and wall balls. We're going to take you through mobilization, activation, and then our specific warm-up to get you ready to go. So as always, the first part of our movement prep is the mobility portion. And on here we have foam rolling of the lats, the traps, the quads, and the glutes. And like we were saying before, we've demonstrated these in some of our past workouts, so go check those out. And we're gonna move on to our activation portion. Up first, we've got heavy banded lat pull downs. You're gonna hook up to the rig or even a doorway or something that's a little bit higher than you. I like to go on the knees here so we can get a little bit more isolated in the lats. So what you're going to do is start and pull the band apart, and then you're going to start through your lat pull downs. Good. So as soon as you pull apart, we're going to engage the latissimus muscle. Good. And then you're going to pull down to where the band hits the chest, and that's going to be a nice full shortened contraction of that muscle as well. Lat is super important in all of those muscle ups that you're going to be doing, so we want to make sure that we're warming that up properly. You also want to make sure that you're dropping the shoulders back and down and creating a lot of space between your ears and your shoulders, and that you're always tucking the ribs in to make sure you're engaging the core properly. So we're going to do about 15 reps here. So we're going to continue warming up our gymnastics moves. So we're going to do 10 scap pull-ups, elbows stay straight, and what you're trying to do is pull these scaps down your back here, and we're engaging not only the lats but all of the muscles surrounding. So we've got our mid and lower traps and our rhomboids and our serratus as well to get the whole upper back, and again some of those muscles that you're going to be using in the not only the muscle ups but also the row, nice and warmed up. So you're going to do 10 scap pull-ups, and then you're going to go directly into 10 kipping swings. Here you're going into a hollow body and then also an arch back and forth to warm up the bottom position of that muscle up. So you're going to do 10 here. So now we're going to warm up our pulling motion. This will help with the row as well as the muscle up. We're using here the crossover symmetry, but you can use any sort of bands that attach to the rig. I'll show you how to set one of these type of bands up on the rig as well to use it. And what we're going to do is we're going to pull into a row and a W. So I'll show you how that goes. We're going to pull bands to the chest, squeeze the scaps together in the back, making sure we're contracting this mid trap and the rhomboids, and then we're going to rotate into our W, and then we're engaging here our posterior shoulder or our external rotators of the shoulder. And you're going to keep rocking through that nice and slow, a good pace. You want to make sure that we have really nice and full contraction here of those mid trap muscles. Good. And as always, keep those ribs in tight and make sure your core is staying engaged while you're doing this exercise. So we're going to go through 15 of these. If you don't have some of that type of banding, you can just grab one of your long bands, attach it here or even around the side here of the rig, and then you can go about the same way doing this exercise. So pulling into a row, it'll be a little bit higher. You'll potentially pull the band into your face, but you can kind of go over your head here, just like Austin's doing, to complete that full W motion. Got a lot of wall balls here for the 20.5 workout. So we're going to start doing an overhead series. And this is kind of more specific to the wall ball. So we're going to get a band, lighter band around the wrists, heavier band around the knees here. You're going to get up to the wall. And the first 5 reps, we're going to do a banded press. So it's going to press from your shoulders up into a Y. So you want to make sure when you get at the top here, you're pressing and active in the shoulders, and we're getting a nice hollow in the torso here. Good. Coming down, and we're going to rock 5 reps here, just like Bethany and Austin are doing. No action in the lower body just yet. And then once we're done with the overhead press specifically, they're going to go into an overhead squat. So they're going to hold that Y position or overhead position that's banded. So they're having to contract their upper traps and their lats and a bunch of scapular muscles to hold the band out in that Y position, And then now we have the band circling around the knees, trying to pull the knees in. They have to engage the glutes in order to press the knees out into a good quality squat. So once we're done with those 5, then we're going to do a banded thruster. So they're going to be moving into a squat and then pushing overhead, combining both of those movements together. This looks a little bit more like your wall ball movement. So we're going to do 5 reps here. And then once you've completed all 15 total of those reps, you're done. We've gone through the mobilization portion and the activation portion of the movement prep. And now Bethany and Austin are going to take you through a way to specifically warm up for 20.5.
So for a more specific warm-up, Austin and I decided to do a 9-minute EMOM. So on the first minute, you'll do 2 muscle-ups and then 5 calories on the row. Second minute, you'll do 2 muscle-ups and then 10 wall balls. And third minute, you'll just spike at an even pace for the rest of the time.
Cool. Last workout. Good luck, everyone.